How's it going, everybody? I haven't done a cooking video in some time, so I thought I would do one. And we're going to do something today that's just crazy easy and pretty cheap. So this is called bacon cheeseburger casserole. And I will show you the ingredients here in just 1 second. I am making 2 of these casseroles. Each one fills up a 9x13 baking dish. And in here I have in my baking dishes, each one of those 9x13s has a 1 pound, 14 ounce bag of frozen shredded hash browns. So you want 2 bags of those in the frozen potato section of the grocery store. And of course, you can just cut everything in half if you're only going to make 1 of these. But I'm having some people over tonight, so we're doing 2. You want, each casserole gets 1 pound of ground beef. You want 8 ounces or 2 cups of shredded cheese of whatever kind you like. You want a bag of these real bacon bits, and this is a 3-ounce bag, and just some steak seasoning or hamburger seasoning. And you see I've got 2 cans of mushrooms here. These are 4-ounce cans, and I'm actually putting both of those cans in one, and I usually do. This time I'm making 1 without mushrooms and 1 with. So 1 casserole does get 2 cans of mushrooms, if you're a mushroom fan. Now you can cut out any of these ingredients. And I do want to apologize for the shaky camera, because I don't have my real video cameras here, so I'm just using my iPhone for this one. So, alright, so you put your hash browns in your baking dish. You don't need to grease the dish or anything, just put them in there at 425, and you're going to bake those hash browns by themselves for about 40 minutes. So I've got 25 minutes left to go on that, and so next thing I'm going to do is brown up my hamburger along with my steak seasoning. And if you notice, every one of these ingredients are all store brand. Some of it came from Walmart, some of it came from Kroger, but it's all store brand. So this is a cheap meal to make, and it is delicious. One thing that I did forget is we're going to need some ketchup, or we're going to need some mustard. I forgot to get those out. And again, just store brand cheap mustard and ketchup. Alright, so let's get to browning up the burger along with our steak seasoning. Stand by. Alright, so I've got the burger browning, and I added a couple teaspoons of this steak seasoning. And it's pretty, pretty coarse stuff. Of course, it's got sea salt in it, so you want to be careful not to put too much, because you're going to get quite a bit of salt from your bacon that you're going to put in there, and your mustard and ketchup too, for that matter. So just be careful with that, because you don't want your casserole to be too salty. And add your steak seasoning after you've already started to brown the burger and you've got some grease in there, so that the steak seasoning is not going to just stick to the bottom of the pan, and the garlic in there is not going to burn. So go ahead and get some grease in the pan before you add it. Alright, we're going to finish browning up this burger, and then we'll move on. Alright, just towards the end here, right before the burger is done, I'm going to add a little bit of minced garlic. Just that steak seasoning has garlic in it, but it also has salt, so I want more garlic than I do salt, so I'm adding a little bit more garlic. You don't have to do that, but I'm choosing to. And you can use garlic powder also if you want. Alright, we're going to drain this burger, and what I do is I turn my sink, the hot water on just absolutely blazing hot, and I rinse the ground beef with some hot water to get rid of excess grease. And if you have a sink that has a garbage disposal, don't worry at all about doing this. Let the hot water run down your drain and hit your garbage disposal. I would normally have my disposal on right now, but since I'm recording, I don't have it on, but I'll turn it on as soon as I cut the camera off. Alright, so drain your burger real good, and then we're going to put that back in the skillet. Alright, so we got our 2 pounds ground beef with steak seasoning and extra minced garlic. Remember, this is a double batch because I'm making 2 of these casseroles. So now I'm going to add both of these. You have to watch out for these stupid little packets they put in there. Both of those things of those bacon pieces, and we're going to stir all that up, and then we're going to start putting this thing together. Stand by. Alright, I've got my ground beef and mixed in with the bacon, and I've got it divided half and half, and my hash browns that just came out of the oven. And you want to take a spoon or something, and this is going to be really hard to do. In fact, I'm not sure I can do it with. You want to like take a spoon, because these things are going to kind of stick to the bottom of this pan. Now, if you want to put, you know, Pam or grease this thing before you put these in, you can, but I don't, because when your cheese melts and you put your beef and everything in there, you get grease anyway, so I just don't add extra to it, because it's not that hard to you know, scrape it off. It doesn't like really get caked. So scrape these off and kind of get your hash browns stirred up. And I can't do it while holding my phone, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll assemble. Okay, so you see what I did there. I just kind of stirred them up, got rid of the stuff that's sticking on the bottom. Well, I didn't get rid of it, I just unstuck it. Now we're going to add everything else. And like I said, I can't do that with the phone, so I'm going to do it, and then I will be right back. First thing we're going to do is add the beef and bacon to both of these. Okay, beef and bacon mixed in with the hash browns. Well, it's not really mixed in yet. It's going to be, though. But first, this one right here is going to be the one that I'm going to put the mushrooms in. So I'm going to add both cans of mushrooms to this one. And now we're going to stir this up real good, and be right back. Now that that's all mixed up, now we want to take one of our packages of cheese. You're going to take about half of it, and put in there. About a cup, and then that is about a cup. And now we're going to stir that into the casserole. Now you've got about 1 cup of cheese mixed inside the casserole, and then the next thing we're going to do is get some ketchup. And just kind of do that sort of deal. Put some ketchup in there. I'm just about, yep, I'm out. I've got some ketchup packets I can finish that one up with. Well, we'll go ahead and finish this one. Now, get some mustard. And do the same thing. And then take this other pack of cheese and use about half of it. And cover the top. And that one is finished. And now you want to lower your heat on your oven to 375, and you want to put that in the oven on 375 for about 45 minutes. And we'll see what it looks like when it's done. These casseroles were in the oven for 40 minutes, not 45. I was mistaken about that. So 375 for 40 minutes. And this is what they look like when they're done. And they are good. I like to have mine with some jalapeno slices. Some people, when they come over, they like to have pickles with them. You may want to add more ketchup if you want. I like it just like this. And there you have it. D-Man's Bacon Cheeseburger Hash Brown Casserole. Thanks for watching. Eat up.